Hi, friends! Welcome to a very special episode of Rants From A Hat, the show where we get topics from you guys, the viewers and listeners, and we put them in this $7 Amazon magician hat, and we draw them at random and talk some shit. Today's episode is special if you have yet to notice. Kaneke the Great is not here. We're going to be trying out some solo podcasts. Maybe if my solo podcasts are more popular, maybe I'll just host the show from now on. Or if his, future solo podcast is more popular, he'll just host the show. Or maybe our schedules just didn't work out this week, but I'll let you decide which one you want to think is true. But we'll do a few of these. I'm sure, every once in a while we'll each do a solo podcast just for fun, just so you hear our unfiltered, undiscussed points of views. Words are hard. And yeah, so this podcast is probably going to go through a lot more topics because I'm getting through them in like half the amount of time because I don't have to wait for Ken to figure out how to make English sentences. So yeah. But before I get into drawing topics from the hat, I did have a pretty exciting event this past weekend. The crew that I danced for, which is Blank Canvas Crew here in Hawaii, we won first place in the Mega Crew division for Hanazulu dance competition. Super, super happy, super, super proud. I wanted to read what I think it was our director, Mark Dewey, posted. He posted it on the Blank Canvas Instagram, so I'm not sure it was him that wrote it, but I'm going to assume. So this basically just sums up like how I feel about the dance competition. So mahalo to everyone who came out and supported the dance community, regardless of crew. We are humbled and blessed to receive such a gift. Congratulations to all the crews for putting on an amazing show for everyone last night. We are so inspired by everyone's hearts laid out on that stage. Winning a trophy is one thing, but winning people's hearts and inspiring others to be great in their own unique way is what we live for and what gives us purpose. As long as we did that for one person last night, that's what makes us winners. Without that, a trophy means nothing. I just made fun of Ken for not making English sentences, and that was instant karma. But yes, I'm just very happy and proud of all the hard work that we did. All the directors and staff and dancers put in so many hours and creative juices into making this, and it was a really small competition. We knew pretty much all the dancers that were there, so it was just like really fun to get out there and dance with everyone, and we're just really grateful that people liked ours. And then our I guess like brother crew, cousin crew, I don't know, uncle crew, I don't know what you would call it, Kazu, they won the mini crew division, which just means that they had fewer dancers in the group. It's not a group made of midgets. So yeah, but very, very happy, very grateful. My body's fucking suffering. I feel like my neck is gonna split from the rest of my body on accident, but that's okay as long as people enjoyed it, as long as one person enjoyed it. Tears. Okay, now we will get into the real show. I just wanted to share that because I was very happy, and also my body hurts and I wanted to complain a little bit. Sue me. Please don't sue me, I have no money. Okay, first topic. Here we go. Da 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 dun da dun. Oh, PMS. Oh, I like PMS. Oh, I mean the topic, not the actual condition, but the topic of PMS. Oh, that's so good. Okay, well, let's start off by saying every woman experiences their whole menstrual cycle differently. Every woman is different, and every cycle within that woman is different. Like, I'll have some cycles where I'm like starving, hungry, and I'll have some cycles where I'm like crying for some reason, and I'll have some where like I get my period 2 weeks early, and I'll have some where I skip it entirely. Like, it's like all over the place. And then some women are like, they get it on the 20th of every month and it lasts for 4 days and they don't have any cramps, and like every woman is different. So if anyone's trying to judge a woman and be like, I get cramps and they're not even that bad. Why is she, I don't know, being so dramas? But my cramps make me throw up. Like I threw up in the middle of the night last month when I had my mutty because the cramps were so bad. Like it just, that's how it works. Every woman is different. But one thing that I think is really interesting is that whenever, not every dude does this, but when women are like kind of moody, they just assume like, oh, she's PMS or she's going to be on her period. And it's like, you can't discount how people feel by like blaming it on their mutty or on their period. Sorry if you don't know what mutty is. It's period. I don't know if everyone's from Hawaii that listens to this. Anyways, like if you were, okay, here, let's compare. So guys get horny a lot, right? So what if he was like, you're with your dude and he was like, oh, I don't really want to go out, like I just kind of feel like staying home. And she was just like, you're just horny, you just want us to stay here because you're horny. It's like, you just discredited how he was feeling. He's like, nah, I just kind of wanted to stay home. And granted, yes, guys do get horny sometimes, but that's not the driving force between everything that happens in them emotionally. Or like, what if like what if he like knelt down to propose to you and he was like, I love you so much, will you spend your life with me? And you just look down and be like, you're just saying that because you're horny. I fucking die. I hope someone does that. That'd be fucking hilarious. I want the guy to have like used that line on the girl like 4 years ago when they first started dating. I want him to be like, oh, you're just mad because you're PMS'd. And I want her to hold on to that for 4 years until he like kneels down to propose. And then she uses that, you're just saying that because you're horny line. And then they don't get married. That's my ideal situation. That's like a movie. I should make a movie about that, actually. I might do it. I'll write it after this. But it's like you can't do the reverse to women. Like you can't be like, oh, you're just grumpy because you're PMS. Oh, you're just tired because you're PMS. Oh, you're just this or just that or just whatever because you're PMS. Which granted, sometimes it could happen, right? Maybe the dude did want to stay home because he was horny. Maybe it's true. But you can't discredit how people are feeling by like pinning the blame on something. Because if you're wrong, you're a jackass. And I hate you. So, not that you care what I think about you, but I hate you. And you suck dicks. So, cool. That was PMS. That's what I got for that one. Moving on to number 2. Dun. Favorite movies. Oh, I love movies. I think I talked about this in one of the other podcasts, but that was like the thing that my family would do is we would have like family movie nights. And my mom used to work for like a cable company for Comcast, which is like a mainland company. So we used to get like the premium channels. Like we would get all the like pay-per-view movies and all the like music stations and everything that was on cable back when cable was like important, and now it's everything's just streaming. But we would just watch movies all the time. And the first movie I remember being like obsessed with, I was probably like 10, maybe, I'm totally guessing, but I was like a kid, was Catwoman, the Halle Berry version. I was obsessed. Like I wanted to be Catwoman and Halle Berry, but Catwoman so bad. I thought she was so badass. I thought it was so cool that she got to do those stunts in that movie. I thought her costume was hot as shit. Like I loved Catwoman. Loved it. And I think that was the first time that I really felt interested in being a performer, because I felt so connected to that piece of media or that piece of art or whatever you want to call it. And pretty shortly after that is when I started dancing, actually. So that movie like kind of sparked it for me. But I mean, we would go see everything. Like my mom loved X-Men. Like we would watch all the X-Men movies. Ever since, Marvel started becoming big, I've seen every Marvel movie, every Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man, Thor, all that shit. Like I love those. And I kind of try to follow like the storyline and stuff. And I really like comedies. obviously, comedy podcast. So movies like The Master of Disguise. Master of Disguise might be my all-time favorite movie, and I think my brother and I could like recite it word for word. Like, I haven't seen it in years, and I think I could still recite it word for word. Like, Master of Disguise is like the peak, like the height of like my love for movies. Is like, it goes like X-Men, Marvel, Catwoman, Master of Disguise, all the way on top. Master of Disguise, Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, so good. My brother and I could recite that whole movie too. Like, movies like that, they're like stupid, but they're so good. It's like a circle. Like, they're like so stupid. It's like dumb, 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 and then it circles back around to being like good. I love those kind of movies. Oh God. Every movie. I love movies so much. I can't even pinpoint it, really. Take me to movies. If anyone wants to go on a movie date, I'm here. And I'm queer. Just kidding. Well, no, yeah, I'm just kidding. Okay. Topic number 3. Beep, beep, beep. Cold tea? What the fuck does that even mean? Who the fuck sent cold tea? Like tea that you brewed that was once hot and then you didn't drink it quick enough and then it's cold? Or are you saying iced tea? Because if you're saying cold tea when you mean iced tea, are you from America? Did you Google Translate iced tea and it came out cold tea? Which, granted, it's fine. I just need to know. You don't have to speak English. I just want to know what the fuck you mean. Cold tea. Or is that like when they have the tea and it's like... But isn't that called hot tea? Like when they have like the gossip on some shit? Isn't that hot tea? Not cold tea, right? Is cold tea like shitty gossip that no one cares about? Like, hey, Adam Sandler ate a waffle this morning. Like, is that cold tea? And then hot tea is like Angelina Jolie adopted another kid. Like, I don't know. This is I hate you. Whoever sent cold tea, I hate you, and I mean it. No, I don't. I love you. Thanks for listening, but be more specific, or else you'll get fucking roasted on the podcast. Cool. Moving on, because I don't know what you wanted from me there, okay? I need very specific instructions, guys, or else I'm just going to go off the wall and say some really random shit that probably makes no sense and is not related to your topic. So, if you're submitting something, specificity is key. Oh, God. All right. People who leave their trash in public because the employees are supposed to clean it up anyways. You know what? I have one very simple phrase for those people. You cunt. You're a cunt. And I hate you. Like, oh, I keep hitting the mic. Sorry if you guys hear weird noises. I fucking hate you. I hate you. And plus, also, additionally, I hate your guts. We get, again, with me in movies, because I go to the movie theater a lot, I get that a lot when people like leave and they just leave their bag of popcorn and their box of shit and their drink like in their chairs. And it's like, you're already walking out past the trash cans. They put the trash cans outside the door explicitly so that you throw your trash in them. That's what trash cans are for. Have you seen a trash can before? Are you rich and have maids grab the trash straight out of your hand? Do people come in and clean your room for you? Do you not know what a waste basket is? Because that's what it's for. It's for your trash, motherfucker. I can't stand that. You're walking past it anyways. And then they're like, oh, well, I mean, it's their job to clean it up anyways. It's like, okay, where do you work? Okay, at a car wash. Okay, I'll come in with horse shit rubbed from fucking bumper to bumper in the cracks and crevices, in the undercarriage, in the wheels. Might piss on top of it too, and clean it because that's your job. See how fucked up that is? That's a little extreme compared to leaving your trash in a movie theater. But it's like, why would you intentionally make someone's job harder? I just don't get it. You're like making that person miserable. Like, I want to. Okay, whoever does that, if you ever see someone in public do that, like leave their shit around because they expect the employees to clean it up, I want you to ask them what they do for a living and then target them, like how I did the car wash dude and rubbing shit all over my car and making them clean it. I want you to find out where they work, and I want you to go and make their job harder for them. And then maybe I'll give them some perspective. They don't fuck with people like that. Especially when you're walking directly past the garbage cans with your own trash. Like, my boyfriend and I, after a movie, like if we're walking down the aisle and there's trash, we'll grab it with us because we're already walking by the trash cans. It's a perfect system. You have a one aisle in and one aisle out, and as you're walking out of that aisle, the trash cans are right there. They've planned this out. Movie theaters know what the fuck they're doing. Don't be a cunt and make someone clean up all your shit, and then it makes the other people late to get into their movie or whatever business establishment we're talking about. But I'm running with movie theaters because I am an expert in movies, because I love. But don't, when your shit impacts other people, like if you want to leave your trash around your own house, chill. Do whatever you want. It's your house. I'm never going there because it's a pigsty, obviously, but fine. But you're going to make someone else do so much more work because you're too lazy to hold the trash with you as you already are going to walk past the trash can? Are your arms broken so you can't go and tip your hand over and put trash into a trash can? If so, I'm sorry I yelled at you. But you should have someone with arms with you that will take your trash for you. I'm not sorry I yelled at you, actually. Nope, you deserved it. Don't leave your trash for other people. Fucking assholes. I'm all worked up now. I could give myself high blood pressure. 24-year-olds can't have high blood pressure, guys. I gotta wait. Okay, next topic is bad relationships. That's pretty interesting. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone knows this about me already because if you're listening to my solo podcast, you're probably my friend. But for anyone that doesn't know me and is deciding to, venture out and get in cahoots with some new people, that people being me, I've been with my boyfriend since we were 15, so over 8 years now. And relationships are a work in progress, but they should always be healthy, right? So I haven't had as much experience with a bad relationship because my relationship is perfectly healthy. Every couple struggles, but we're not like punching each other in the eye socket, but I've seen it a lot from the outside. And I think it's really interesting. Like, I'll see couples that are together that, I don't know, like have no intention of like doing anything long term. They're just kind of with that person to be with that person right now. And that's just really interesting to me because I've never had that desire to just kind of be with someone if I didn't see it going anywhere. Like I wouldn't want to do it. Now, granted, I started this relationship when I was 15. So the people that I didn't want to be with when I was 15, I very easily dumped. And so maybe that's different when you're like an adult, but life is really short and you don't have like compartments in your brain. There's no like work and relationship and family and friends. Like there's no compartments for your emotional health and your mental health. So like if you're in a fucked up relationship, like that's going to seep into everything else too. Like you can't be happy if you're miserable anywhere. I mean, if you're miserable with your family, if you're miserable with your at work, you know, like your emotions and your person can't separate things like that. So I guess the only thing I can really say about bad relationships is if you're in one, communicate, try to fix it, try to solve it, try to rectify the situation before you give up on it. And if it's not working, then you got to move on. There's no point putting effort into something that's fruitless, you know? Like don't water a bush if it's not going to give you fruit. I'm sorry that you listened to that. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about that. I don't have a whole lot of experience with it. Which makes me sound really big-headed, and I'm not trying to. I just was very lucky to find my boyfriend. That's all. Okay, next one. Maybe one less serious, huh? People suggesting the topics? People who don't give clear directions. Fuck you. God, don't give me shitty topics, guys. Give clear directions. Oh. Wow, this one's all fucked up. Feminism. Feminism. I got feminism. Ooh, I like this one. Okay. There's a lot I could say about feminism. It's something that I learn and develop and experience like every single day. Like it's an ever-changing experience, I feel. Any ism is like a ever-changing, I don't know, experience. Because everything's different. Everything you experience in life is different from day to day, you know? One thing that pisses me off about feminism is I'm a feminist, let me make that abundantly clear. Is like, I don't know if there's an actual term for it, but like the princess feminists. So they're like the women that are like, I'm strong and I'm independent and I don't need a man and equal wages and da 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 da. And then they'll be like, hey, open the car door for me, or open the door to the grocery store for me, or hey, aren't you gonna pay for dinner? Or I'm gonna hit you, but you don't get to hit me back because I'm a woman. It's like, you don't get to expect to be treated equal and then also expect to be pampered. You know, like if you're gonna hit a man, he gets to hit you back. If you expect men to open doors for you, you should open doors for them sometimes. You guys should split the bill. Or maybe not split the bill. I think whoever pays for stuff should be proportionate to who makes more money, you know? Like, if I'm working a good job, I'll pay for lunch that day. Or, you know, if I had to pay off my car insurance, which is really expensive, like my boyfriend will pay for lunch or whatever, you know? Like, it should be proportionate to your income, whoever pays. But it's like, yeah, the princess feminists kill me. Because if you're wanting to be treated equal, you want equal pay, you want equal opportunity, you know, you want people to take you seriously, like all the desires of feminism. If you want that, you can't also expect to be treated like a princess. You just don't. It's not equal. And that's the whole point of feminism, is to be equal. Like, the other day, I kind of caught myself doing it, because we have, for dance, we have our speakers like upstairs of where we rehearse, and so we have to bring it down when we start to rehearse. And I like turned to my boyfriend and I was like, oh, like we should get the speaker. And then he kind of started to get up and I was like, whoa, like I'll get the speaker. Like, I don't know why I turned to him and was like, hey, get the speaker. But I caught myself, and so I started to go get it, and someone else, a girl in the dance crew, looked at a different guy and was like, oh, you should go grab it for her. And I stopped him and I was like, I will give you a feminist speech if you do it. And then he like kind of just like gave up and turned away. And it's like, I feel like it's so ingrained in us that like, oh, you have to lift something. Oh, this is a labor. You have to do some form of labor, manual labor. then that automatically defaults to the man. And it's like, I'm as capable of carrying a speaker as anyone else is. Like, it's a speaker. I'm not trying to lift a fucking rhino over my head, you know? Like, it's a speaker. I'll be fine. But we're just in that, I don't know, that mindset of like, that's our cultural norm, is that any sort of strength or labor related activity gets defaulted to the man. And I just don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. I would even get it at a different dance studio that I would work at, or that I would dance at. And they would like be loading in like pallets of water, like water bottles. And they would like send the boys to go do it. And I'm like they would ask for volunteers, and I would like raise my hand. They're like, no, boys. And I was like, I am just as, too passionate. Sorry, I hit my face on the mic. But I'm just as capable of carrying a pallet of water as a 14-year-old little boy is. Like, just because he's a dude, just because he has a fucking dong, doesn't mean that he can carry a pallet of water better than I can, you know? And I think women that take advantage of that, like, okay, the man will do it, is like kind of missing the point of feminism, you know? Like, we got to do things as equal as we can, as, you know, financially and physically and mentally, whatever, equal as we can. I get it, not women won't do every single thing a dude does, and a dude won't do every single thing a woman was, but we need to like work towards changing the cultural norm of women being princesses and treated this way, and men being big, strong, manly men and acting this way, you know? So that's what bothers me about feminism, is people picking and choosing what they want to be feminist about. Like, you got to go all in for the cause, or don't say that you're a feminist. Like, don't claim something that you're not going to go balls deep in, basically. All right, I think that was it, actually. I think we're going to end on feminism. I don't want to go too long. I don't know how long people care to listen to me talk by myself. But I really appreciate you guys listening in on my first solo podcast. We will have Ken do a solo podcast at some point. Maybe not the next one, but it'll happen. We might start doing guests. We might start, you know, doing like Q&A episodes. So we're going to give out more information about that later. But I'm just very appreciative for you guys listening. Thanks for talking shit about some shit with me. Send us more topics, because we're getting through them pretty fast. We have some friends that are really good about sending it to us, like my friend Kylie and our friend Mark that works with us. So, you know, keep sending it in. I appreciate it. Thank you for listening. I'm going to stop talking now. I love you. I'm not going to do a cheesy aloha because I'm already white and that's just going to make it worse. So I'm going to say shoots cause.